and we're gonna be making a food that I have not had in probably at least 2 years, probably like 3 years. I have not had this food. So, oh, okay, that one ripped. Oh, it's so easy. Did you see that? Oh, that was hot. Hi, this is Katie. In today's video, we're gonna be cooking some lunch together, and we're gonna be making a food that I have not had in probably at least 2 years, probably like 3 years. I have not had this food. A lot of you know I have an esophagus disease, I have digestion issues, I have a lot of food allergies, and so I do change my diet sometimes, and I cut foods out and I add them back in just to see what works for me and just to see what I can eat. And one of the foods that I cut out a few years ago and I have not had since is broccoli. And I am a little nervous, honestly, to be eating broccoli today because I think it makes my stomach hurt, but I'm not really sure, and I haven't had it in years, and so I'm willing to try it because I'm not allergic to it or anything. And so yeah, so we're gonna have broccoli for the first time in like probably 3 years, I think, and I'm gonna eat that with some chicken and some mashed potatoes. I already made the mashed potatoes a couple days ago, like 2 days ago, I guess, so I'm just having leftovers of that. It's literally just, I'll show you, because again, I have a lot of food allergies, and so some of the ingredients that I use are gonna be different than the norm. And so for my mashed potatoes, I have to use fake butter and fake milk. But the broccoli that I'm using is just a bag of broccoli. I'll show you in a second. And then I'm just using chicken from Sprouts that looks like this. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the way that I make chicken basically every week. I just bake it, and then I'll bake like this whole thing, this whole pound. What are you, 1.13 pounds? I'll bake this whole thing, and then I'll just eat it over the next like 3 or 4 days. And the way that I like to do it, it's super simple, but I just wanna show you because the part that's not super simple, and here's the thing, it is still simple, but it's a little gross. Just a little gross. Once you do it a couple times, it's not a big deal, but it's just a tiny bit gross, is that I rip out all the tendons in these little like tenderloins. I rip out all the tendons, like that white part, because if I bake my chicken with that tendon in it, the whole thing gets really chewy around it, and I don't like that at all. And so I rip the tendon out, so I'm gonna show you how I do that, and then yeah, I'll just show you like the one other thing that I do. And then I'll bake this whole thing, so I'll eat some of this tonight with the broccoli and the potatoes, but then I'll have the rest of it for the next few days. I'll probably make some tacos with it. I do that pretty often, maybe some wraps and stuff like that, maybe like a salad. But anyway, for today, I don't know if we're gonna use a sauce or anything yet. I haven't decided yet. We'll decide that together in a couple minutes, but regardless, the oven is on. I'm preheating it to 400. So right now, I'm just gonna zoom you in, and I'm gonna show you how I take the tendons out. It's not that big of a deal. Sometimes I just like to be mildly dramatic for comedic effect, like in hopes that it's funny, but it's really not a big deal at all. It's super easy. All right, so let me wash my hands and then bring you closer and then wash my hands again. And then, anyway, I'll be right back. Oh, this is gonna be a weird angle. Also, I know some like professional people would have cleaned all this, but that's just where we keep the tea. I don't know. Oh, oven's done. All right, cool. I needed to get something else and I completely forgot. Katie, what are you doing? What's happening right now? Oh, a LaCroix. Come on, Katie. Obviously, I need one of these. I'm not gonna like drink it while I'm taking the tendons out of the chicken, but I'm gonna have some now. Okay, I don't need this cutting board. I have this here just in case I'm going to make another vegetable or chop up the broccoli or something, but that can just move over there. All right, so what I have is a baking dish. I line mine with tin foil and then parchment paper on top. That's excessive, but that's just what I do. And the parchment paper, I rip it and then I crumple it up and then I reopen it so it helps it like sit in there. But anyway, this is all I do. This is all I do. Open this up. That was very loud for some reason, sorry. Literally all you need is a fork and some paper towels. That's all you need for this. All right, but I have to wash my hands again. I'm one of those like I'll wash my hands 40 times when I'm handling chicken. Okay, all you do is you pick up one of these guys. Make sure that they're thawed. It's harder to do it if they're even a little bit frozen, so make sure that they're thawed. And then, see this white tendon? It's disgusting, gross. So basically you take the paper towel and you grip the top of the white part. It's really helpful if it's like sticking out a little bit. It's not always like that, and sometimes you have to dig in there, but if it's sticking out, great. So you just grip it with the paper towel so it doesn't slip, and then you take a fork and you put the prongs, how am I gonna show you this? You put the prongs around the tendon, and then you just pull. You might have to shimmy a little. See, and it's coming out. So just do it over the pan. And it drops right in there, easy. So see, this one is also bleeding, gross. I actually don't like handling raw chicken, but you know, we gotta. So, okay, so you hold the tendon with the paper towel so it doesn't slip. Put the fork around the tendon, just kind of shimmy it down over a plate or the pan or whatever. It pulls right out. Again, if they're frozen, like some of these are the tiniest bit frozen still, so it's just a little bit harder to get out, but also I've noticed different brands of chicken are harder than others, which is really interesting, but the Sprouts chicken I've noticed is pretty easy. So, oh, okay, that one ripped. Oh, it's so easy. Wait, where the heck is the rest of that? I'm so confused. I don't even know which one that broke from. Cool, all right, well, one of these might still have a half a tendon in there. That's weird. I have no clue how that just happened. Or maybe it was only a baby tendon? That doesn't make sense. Anyway. By the way, I'm not a professional at all. I would even say I'm not great at cooking. This is something that I'm just learning, you know? And also with all my food allergies, with all my food sensitivities and stuff, a lot of my food is pretty basic. Like I can't eat a lot of spices. I just can't eat a lot of stuff. And so a lot of my meals are pretty basic. But anyway, all right, so all the chicken is de-tendoned, except for one of them that it broke, and I don't even know which one it was. So one of these might have half a tendon in there, or it was just a baby tendon. Again, my food's pretty basic, and I'm eating this with different meals. So all I'm doing for this is adding a little bit of oil and a little bit of salt. And then with whatever meal I eat it with, I might add some other things to it. But at least just to bake it now for the next few days, just some oil and some salt. So again, I'm gonna wash my hands and then do that, and then put it in the oven for like 16, 17 minutes, I think. Also, I just got the broccoli out of the freezer. This is the Great Value brand, which I think is from Walmart. And basically, I'm just gonna cook it on the stove, and it just says, empty frozen contents of bag into 2-quart nonstick saucepan, add a cup of water, cover and cook for 12 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna follow those instructions, but I'm just gonna make this on the stove, but it does say 12 minutes, and the chicken, again, it kind of depends, obviously, on the size of the chicken and the oven and whatever, but probably 15 to 17 minutes or so. So I'm gonna put that in, and then I'm gonna do this. And then again, the mashed potatoes, I'm just gonna be heating up. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit of olive oil and some salt. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in the oven, and then we'll get started on the broccoli. Okay, so first of all, I know that pan is stained, okay? I know, it's clean, it's just stained. I'm just gonna fill this with some water and put the broccoli in there, just a little bit of it. And if you're like, Katie, why aren't you just using a pot of water instead? That's because the mashed potatoes are in the pot, in the fridge. So we're just gonna use this, and it'll probably be fine. It'll probably be fine. All right, I'm gonna clean up all the raw chicken stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for that to boil, and I'll be right back. Okay, oh, well, that's definitely not gonna work, Katie. I guess we're gonna have to break them up. Okay, well, see, this is why I have the cutting board out. All right, I'm not gonna move the camera again. You're just gonna believe me. And I'm not gonna make a lot because, again, I don't even know if I can eat it. So I'm just gonna make a little bit. And since I'm not making that many, it probably will cook quicker. That's probably good enough. Again, because we're just trying it out. So I'm gonna cook that, and then on this burner, I'm gonna start heating up the potatoes. And then what I think I'm gonna do, I have a couple options for the chicken and broccoli, right? I can just leave them as is, just kind of with some salt on it, and do it kind of plain like that. Or I have a couple options. I have like ranch I could do. I have, you know, oil and vinegar, whatever. But I also just got teriyaki sauce that I've never tried before. I also have soy sauce that I could do. It's all fake. It's coconut aminos. It's not real soy sauce. But I have some coconut aminos that I can use, but I do have like a coconut amino teriyaki, and I might try that one. Should I have zoomed this whole time? Whatever. So yeah, I might do like a really fake chicken teriyaki. It's really just chicken, broccoli, and teriyaki sauce with a side of mashed potatoes. I think we're gonna do that. Don't yell at me for leaving the mashed potatoes in the pot and then putting the pot in the fridge. Don't yell at me for it, okay? So I'm gonna heat all this up, and yeah, all right, so I'm just gonna shut the camera off again, and once the chicken's done and everything, I will show you how I'm going to put it all together. Okay, so the mashed potatoes are basically reheated. So when I made them the other day, I just boiled some potatoes and then I put some Earth Balance soy-free butter. This is gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free fake butter. And then I also used the So Delicious dairy-free coconut milk, the unsweetened one. And so right now, when I just heated them up, I just added a little bit more of the coconut milk to just thin them out the tiniest bit. But those are looking good. And then I just drained the broccoli. I took the chicken out. And then basically what I'm gonna do, here, the chicken's right there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this pan back on just really low with the broccoli. And I'm gonna take like 2 pieces of chicken, break them up, put them in here with that teriyaki sauce. Just for a minute or two, because obviously the chicken's already cooked and the broccoli's already cooked. I should not be doing this with my fingers, but just because it's really hot. But, oh goodness, I was gonna say that's why I have long nails. But no, that one touched my fingers and that hurt. Okay, Katie, you have a fork. Okay, and I think I put the chicken in there for a little less than 17 minutes, I think. Because I put the timer on for 16 minutes, but that was after the chicken was already in the oven for a few seconds. So anyway, all right, there's some chicken, there's some broccoli. The potatoes are done. I'm actually gonna add a little bit more milk. Did you see that? I just got milk all over me. Cool, 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 cool. All right, but I'm gonna shut this off. I'm gonna get that milk off my shorts. Dang it. I got it on my shirt and on my shorts. That's a bummer. All right, so now I have this Big Tree organic soy-free teriyaki. And again, gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free. It's just made of coconut. It's basically like coconut aminos with a couple other ingredients. And coconut is a fruit. And I can safely have coconut, so that's good. All right, again, I'm not a professional. I'm learning as I go. So is there a better way to do this? I don't know, probably, but this is just how I'm gonna do it. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this to kind of just coat everything. Also, I know this meal would have been better with rice, but I can't have rice. I can have rice flour, I can have puffed rice, but I can't have actual rice because of the esophagus disease that I have, which is called eosinophilic esophagitis. The rice like inflames my esophagus or it gets stuck in my esophagus or something, but it's the texture of actual rice that I can't eat. So I'm not allergic to rice, so I can have it when it's in a flour form, but I can't eat actual rice. So that's why I'm making this meal, but with mashed potatoes. And the mashed potatoes are already cooked anyway. So I think that's looking fine. I hope this tastes good. I hope. And I hope I don't get sick. That would be great. And again, I'm doing this pretty basic on purpose, A, because I can't eat a lot of foods, but also B, since I'm trying a new food back with the broccoli, I didn't really want to eat a bunch of other things. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, and there's my meal. I know that that's a mess, but whatever. All right, let's go eat. Okay, hey guys, so here's my late lunch / really early dinner. I don't know, but here's my food. Thank you, God, so much for my food. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so let's just try the chicken with that teriyaki on it. Wish me luck. It tastes good. That's the first step. It tastes really good. This is a very good meal. Very simple, very basic ingredients, but it tastes really good. Oh, that was hot. Anyway, this came out really good. I really like it a lot. And so I will let you know in a pinned comment if I get sick or not later, because I can usually tell if I get sick from food, I can usually tell within an hour tops. And so I'll let you know in a pinned comment, like I'll just write it down there. If I get sick or not, I'll let you know how I feel after this meal, but it tastes really good. It was super simple to make. And so if I don't get sick, that's exciting because then I can eat this more often. And that means that I have like one more food that I can eat, which again, like my diet is so strict. If you've watched my videos over the last couple of years, especially since I got my esophagus disease, you know how strict my diet is and how confusing it is, how complicated it is. There's a lot of fruits and vegetables that I can't eat because they make me sick, you know? And so if I can add one food back, it's just kind of exciting. And so yeah, anyway, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that I don't have food like in my teeth or like on my mouth, but Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I really hope that you're subscribed. I post videos on Sundays all about food and all about my strict diet and stuff. And then I also post vlogs throughout the week. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. I love you, Jesus loves you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.